Hi there, Gemini. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for May. The month begins with an inspiring link between the Sun and Pluto, but it is one which is going to ask you to take a step backwards and peer down deep within yourself to try to understand some of your deeper motivations and get a bit more savvy about those of the people that you link with. Because someone can seem very distant towards you in the early parts of this month, and it may be hard to figure out why this is. This could make you feel alone. It could make you feel even abandoned at the most extreme extent. And this is because your ruling planet Mercury is going to be opposed by Saturn. And Saturn can be a very cold, restrictive influence. It's also possible that work pressures have been coming into your situation, building up, and perhaps you've been bottling up some of the emotions around this. However, there is a change on the 3rd which sees Venus, the planet of love and also attraction, move into the most generous and friendly part of your scope, where she's going to be for nearly the rest of the month. This can be very good for you, but I don't necessarily think that you're going to pick up the benefits of this straight away. I think you'll start to feel much brighter from the 7th, because then Mercury moves into your own sign. I still feel that you need to be cautious, however, around professional interactions. For about the next half of week, so the first half of week 2, Mercury is going to be squaring up with Neptune, and you can be getting some very mixed signals. And also the Sun's going to be in opposition with Saturn itself. Your physical energy may still not be quite running in the way that you want. Patience is going to be important. And yet, even if there have been some fair weather friends revealed at the start of this month, or colleagues, somebody else is going to surprise you by the way that they start to interact with you, because Mercury links brilliantly with Venus, and then by the middle of the month, the two are going to be linking superbly well with Uranus. And it can be people who are very authentic, not particularly afraid of following the crowd. They're much more wanting to be themselves. They really cheer you up, re-engage you. You may find yourself joining a new set of people, a new circle of friends who just seem to be much more your scene. But it is important to understand that Uranus and Venus are going to be squaring up to Pluto. So even if there is some sparkly influences coming in as far as your relationships, and particularly your future in a relationship, there could also be some hidden politics that you're not seeing quite straight away. And if someone offers you a financial situation in the middle of this month, be very careful as you pick this over and consider it, because there may be some catches, some strings attached to it. Now, on the full moon, which occurs on the 14th, if you have been putting off a health matter, and especially if it has some psychological roots, go and see your physician or see an alternative practitioner, or go to see your dentist, because just talking something through can make you feel loads better. You've perhaps been more isolated than you've realised, and that's led you to keep your feelings really bottled up. You don't always find it easy, Gemini, to share your intimacies. Sometimes it's because you just rationalise them. It's not that you're being deceptive to yourself, it's just you work them out through your mind. But this is a month when you need to embrace yourself, frailties, anxieties and vulnerabilities all. However, things really start to head in your direction from the 19th, because Mars, the power planet, does an about turn after 60 days in reversal, and that's going to give your power supply a real boost. And also on the 20th, the Sun steams full ahead into your sign. It's the first time the Sun's been in Gemini for 11 months, and you really are going to be revitalised by this. And what's more, the Sun and Mars are going to be combining fantastically well in the last week of this month. And suddenly, from feeling completely depleted and out of sorts earlier in the month, you're back, and you're back with a bang. And it's going to be the people that you really care about and who didn't let you down as you perceive it earlier in the month that you're going to have so much time spending moments with. You can be fun, you can be energized, there can be, if you have children, there can be lots of upbeat moments with them as well as you encourage their pursuits. But you can be very expressive as this month comes to a close. And the wonderful news is that Mercury, your ruler, moves into your sector of finances on the 29th, which can trigger an improvement there. But on the 28th, there's a new moon in your sign, and there is also a move of Venus. Now, I have to be honest with you, Venus does move into an area which can still make you think carefully about what you want from your relationships, but it's just basically saying, however bubbly the associations you are making, try to look also towards the issue of sincerity, because that is something that is going to be important, and I think you're going to learn that for yourself as this month unfolds. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck, and goodbye for now.